Hello, everyone. We're starting a bit early today, but I'm excited to get going. Trying to figure out clearly some version of a red ship. Building something. Well, I mean, I can't tell. Do they look like they're building, repairing, or scrapping? Because, like, the engines are on fire. So you'd think, okay, it's a repair job. But then there's the one guy going at it with a grinder. And you'd think, okay, maybe they're scrapping it. But it's clearly not aggroed onto them because the one turret's not pointed at them. Which makes me wonder, is it maybe it's a refit? Maybe they just need more steel plates to fix the engines? I mean, oh. Mm-hmm. So, on the agenda for today, I, same kind of vein as this stone mine here, want to set up an ice mine. To start with, though, I am gonna maybe work on fixing the miner. Cause I keep breaking it. And honestly, it's getting annoying having to keep fixing this thing. So basically, the most control we have over this thing right now is we can make it fall in roughly the direction we want it to go. Oh no 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 no. Okay. Okay. Keep going up, nudging forward. So I am actually going to. Oh hell. Nudge, nudge. Okay, bring that up and okay. So now that we have a rough idea of what it can and cannot do, I'm gonna drop it down, kill the power. Park it there. So we've got the projector on. And here's my plan. So, I'm gonna build essentially a welding crane thing. Well, okay, more accurately what I'm gonna do. I got two options. I can either A, pick up the miner with the rover and use that to manipulate it, weld it up, or I can basically transpose the crane on the welder ring, or on this ring now, which can but not very well balance it out. I can basically chop that off, stick it on here, and use it to have a welder. And I think for now at least, I'm going to leave that in position. So, I'm going to need an advanced rotor. I mean, I could realistically just put a thing, but I don't know. I like using advanced rotors. For one. That. But for two, then let's go with hydrogen tank. Namely, let's fill, switch, fill. Nah. Don't need oxygen tanks, but okay. Advanced rotor. And a piston. That's always fun. Okay, we're gonna just heal up at the thing that does the healing, healing. Now what's in? Yeah, right. Okay. So. Okay. So the way I see it, we actually got some options here. I could technically put a piston here and use it to go, well, I could piston here, I put a landing gear, pick that up, and then but at that point I feel like I'd need to do a rotor. So piston rotor picks that up, but then I'm limited in I can't raise it up high enough. Or I chop off that, I put my piston in. I build my piston. Once I've got the piston all built, I can grab a welder. And weld that up. And with that done, I can get into here, refill my hydrogen, and everything else. Okay, now here's where things get a bit funky. So I could technically, probably, do some shenanigans with this. The custom turret controller. So I could technically do that and set up, you know, they are working. Um, so, technically. Now, here's an interesting idea. Oh, it's going to break the whole thing. Then before doing something like this required a whole bunch of shenanigans involving programmable blocks and 13 different macros, figuring it. But I think now I can just grab that. I think if I do I don't normally like doing hinge shenanigans like this if I can avoid it, but I think with the new block, the new turret control, custom turret system, I think I can do it and make it work quite nicely. And when I say it used to require shenanigans, I mean like a lot of shenanigans. Like enough shenanigans that it made it prohibitive to even consider most of the time. But if I can figure this right, then I can technically build it. So, you are going to be weld piston 1. And you are going to be weld 2. And you don't have a control block, do you? Oh, no, that's for the piston. Okay. Weld hinge. 2 weld pistons. Weld piston 1, weld piston 2, weld hinge, weld rotor. So now if I come here, I can set, add that as that. Elevation is going to be weld hinge. I can grab one of these and a camera. I wanted the light armor one, and I actually wanted that one. Okay. Put the tiny little armor slope on. So now we come here and we go with the reverse and reset velocity, I think, is the one. And reverse, no. Decrease and increase the velocity like so. Custom turret controller is going to be control. Welder. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I want that one. Toggle block on, off. There's literally only the one camera. That's kind of cool. So, one. Oh no. inverting that so that I can actually... Okay, cool. Okay. Wait. Triple checking that this thing is actually working. Am I missing iron? Okay, so couple of things to keep in mind are one, okay, remote access here so that I can switch over to this thing. Okay, disassembling. Where? Yeah, but you can't be disassembling, so I don't have any of you. Nothing I have is going to have any silver that I can disassemble, is it? Because the only two things that take silver are those. So, if I want to maintain that, I'd probably need to find a reliable and consistent source of silver. So, how about I go with hydrogen thruster or two, and I don't know why I need the one single large steel tube, but I do. I think sticking with the grinders. Not really exactly the way to go, but like, it's the way I'm gonna go with this one. So, a couple of things that we can do here. One, I am gonna go and grab a couple of things to do. Now, one, drop off all that stuff. I really don't need it, and it's just taking it. Two, grab a bunch of steel plate. I don't need to do a full, like, it can now fly in atmosphere, but I want to. Because if I make it so that it can at least navigate with atmospheric thrusters, I don't have to feel so, let's go with limited. If I go and go dunk, dunk, dunk. Okay. Back to the cargo container, drop off that, and grab a load of that. And then just keep going until I have all of the stuff. And that's boring, so come over here. Finish welding up some of the thrusters. Come back. Grab what I can grab. Essentially, I want to get it to the point where I can navigate it with at least the atmospheric thrusters. If I can get it to that point, I'll be happy. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, it might make more sense to start working on these ones. This way I am capable of just parking it. Well, basically this way I can fly it directly to the welder. And be able to practically, you know, do what I do with the welding thing. Quite nice. I will say, well, it's maybe not ideal in terms of a method of, shall we say, operating a welding crane or welding arm. I definitely will say the custom turret blocks a lot better than 30 different macros, which is what I've been known to do in the past. If I needed it to, well, yeah. I have been known to put a lot of time into figuring out macros and optimal setups. Custom turret block saves a lot of time if you're okay dealing with some minor frustrations. that the ship fuel is low. Gonna fly it over. I'm aware of that fact. Ship computer. Oh, cool. The connector on the back is functioning. I'm aware, computer. If I can get it to the landing pad. Okay. Okay. Now the miner can do its whole refueling thing. Okay. That's it. Where is the ignition? Okay, ignition. Set up action. What are you doing with them? Oh, they're all off right now, aren't they? Okay. So that's what's happening. It's basically new things being welded on are not yet ready to be welded on. In other news, production on this is going to be a bunch of and a couple of those. Now, with all that said and done, when I finally get this thing put together, the degree that I want to put together, I am probably actually at this point going to put either a layer of armor, some kind of shaped armor, over the top here, or I'm gonna put something. I'm putting something. And on the bottom, I'm going to do my best. Actually, I think I might be able to pretty easily do... Oh boy, wrong button. Yeah, probably using like maglocks and stuff. Put a landing thing next to the connector at the same level so that I can just land it on any landing pad practically. Because then I can build a landing pad on the rover and it can come along with the rover. I mean, I could build a landing pad on the rover with a connector and it could come along that way too. But I mean, yeah, I could technically set it up that way. Then I could probably bulk up the rover a bit, give it a bit more mass, and therefore stability that it desperately needs. Yeah, I'm aware that the bridge is like here. Climbing up the ladder. Yeah, that's not a very well positioned ladder. Let's go out here. Okay. What do we want to do? Right. I wanted to build a big ice drill of some sort. You are probably supposed to be on miner at some point. Or in some way. Okay. Fully aware that the ship fuel is low. Does that help a little bit? Great. There's a couple of wolves hanging around my base that I'll need to deal with. Yeah. Okay. Buzz off. So. Gonna weld them up, gonna weld them up, gonna weld them up, gonna weld them up. into the... I'm fully aware that ship fuel is low. I can't do much about that unless I either want to A, stick a shit ton of batteries onto this thing, or B, well, B's a bit harder actually. No, B's a lot harder actually. I can either stick more batteries or I can find some silver. Because more batteries, well, more batteries means more power time. More silver means more reactor components, means more, well, everything. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna rename this to Hydro Miner V2. Okay, there we go. That gives us, hopefully, a bit more street cred. Okay. Okay, park. So, we are gonna go looking for silver. Yeah, we put a bunch of extra ones on, so we really do need to find some silver. Literally, oh boy, this is gonna get annoying, isn't it? Wait. Was that what I thought it was? Did I see gold? Oh no. Gold I can use, probably. No, I did see gold. Okay, let's start drilling down. We drill down to the gold. 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 The right-click mining is like, here's a massive tunnel bore. So everyone who says 3 drills is best, I'm aware that 2 drills is not optimal. I'm fully aware of that. I choose to do 3 drills on mine because honestly I find that to be the most effective method when used with the right combination of different mining strategies. Whoa. Okay, so okay. The miner in theory works great. Downsides. 1. The gyroscopes that I have really are not enough to keep up with the weight that this thing sometimes is carrying, so I probably want to add. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen Armageddon. I need to probably add more gyroscopes in just because I probably need more gyroscopes. I probably am going to want to add in a couple other things with that, though. Such as... I don't even know. Display. I could total... Oh, dude. Nah. Targeting info. Oh, that's pretty cool. So then I could set the this one to the main cockpit. So then, like, technically speaking, whatever I lock onto at this cockpit will basically get a welder pointed at it. I didn't think that one through too much, did I? Yeah, I can turn that GPS off. So, gold, cobalt, silicon, magnesium, gold. Let's see. Ice. Why is it only ice? I'm running along this ice lake looking for anything not ice. Because honestly, I need something. Now, the thing I really need to get everything all figured out right now is silver. And I would love to take the miner out for that. The problem is that the miner needs the silver to be the miner. So my options really are either I take the freighter, Which actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I could probably stick a large ore detector on the freighter somewhere if it doesn't already have one. No, it doesn't. Oh no. Oh shit. Okay, 4, 5, up, 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 up. Oh shit, oh shit. Does anyone mind? Do a quick load and see what happens. It probably is gonna break something, but oh boy. Quick loading because I fucked up undocking. That's not the first time I've done that, by the way. Yeah, planets and me don't mix so well because I tend to do a lot more stuff up in space. I was just really struggling to find any ice at all. Then I landed on the moon, and well, I had a bunch of ice, but my ship was broken, so I needed platinum. And frankly, the ice field I landed in was not the best. So then I went and did a bunch of economy stuff, got the freighter that could go down to the planet, and now I'm on a planet to try and build an ice mine. But then realized I could also use my moisture vaporator mod because now I'm on a planet. They don't produce much, and if I wanted to build a stockpile of ice anytime soon, ice or hydrogen anytime soon, yes, I'm going to need to do some mining. I can work with this. So, what do I need to do? I have these. I have that. Okay. Hey, there's me. Okay. So if I chopped out those blocks, I would break pressurization. So I can't do that. Technically, there is enough room inside these cabins that I could stick a hydrogen or an ore detector inside one of them. Temporarily, I could technically stick one in this airlock. There's logically enough space on the bridge. I don't want to do it for a couple of reasons. One, I actually quite like the interior on this ship once I'm done with some of the modifications I plan to make. Two, there's, I generally feel like an ore detector should be ideally something external on a ship. And while there's maybe not a ton of space to stick external stuff on the ship without it looking weird, I thought right out the rear, just stick one right in there. So that's what I'm going to do. So, ore detector. You're probably going to need me to make a bunch of components. Like I said, you're probably going to need me to make a bunch of components. Which is weird because I had a large one on the rover. So the fact that I need to make detector components again, really weird. Oh, I didn't have it. I had a small grid one. Oh, I had a large grid one, and then I had the rotor shenanigans for a cargo container because I didn't have cobalt for large grids, and I wanted a cargo container on it. Either way, now I have a large ore detector on it. Through the rear airlock that I don't know why I'm bothering to cycle, because game logic. Into the seat. Okay. 4, 5. Undock now. Okay, let's find the ore detector. Let's crank that range up. And let's go. Let's go. Turn around, 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 turn around. I thought I turned that off. Oh, yeah, right. I did, and then I reloaded to save. So, Ice Lake is just ice. Noted. Now, the other things that I probably want to bring up at some point, I might want to bring up a bunch of stone for concrete so that I can make a nice platform at the dockyard to land things on and have, you know, some basic infrastructure. Okay, I say basic infrastructure. I mean like some significant infrastructure set up. Holy Jesus. That's a bunch of stuff. Magnesium, nickel, silicon. So, holy crap. Okay. Okay. Well, let's go this way then. Because that seems to be something worth looking into at some point, maybe. I'd really like it if I could find some silver, please. I'm fully aware that the freighter probably, well, definitely doesn't have a refinery. So, you know, even if I did find a bit of what's the stuff? Silver. I would probably still have to just bring the raw ore back to base to get it refined. But at least I'd have the raw ore to refine. As it stands now, my only source of silicon is non-existent. I have no source of silicon or silver unless I felt like grinding down my one and only med bay on the planet for medical components, which require silver. And I'm not about to do that. I'm aware I could probably fly up to the thing and think I have some silver up there, but that's a whole thing I don't want to get into. So, for now, I'm just going to go looking for silver. So that I can upgrade, well, so that I can finish the minor repair, refit operation that I've had going on, amongst other things. Okay. I know I'm being shenanigans. I probably technically just turn it off, but you know what? I care very little. Okay. looking around for some gold. Everyone's like, ore patches. I actually don't know what the ore patches look like in this game. Like, I know that technically, like, particularly visible in plains areas and stuff, large ore patches are visible by, like, a discoloration in the terrain. I'm just bad at spotting that, usually. And so I'm gonna go and try and figure that out by charging forward. Also, yes, this ship does have a jump drive. So, that's fun. Okay. Yes, it has reactors on it. I am not about to snipe reactor components out of the reactors on my only way off this rock for a miner that I know I have a tendency to geek into things when it's fully loaded with ore, because probably I have the inventory scaling set too high for my own too high for my designs. So my block inventories, it's like, oh look, here's a small like planet worth of crap shoved in here. Okay, we're gonna spin around because I wanted to check a thing. And if you're wondering, yes, I have gravity turned off. Because you don't need gravity when you're on a planet. And if someone's like, hey, could you turn the gravity on? Okay, gravity's on. Not doing anything, but I could turn it on for you. So this is how we look for it. I really would like to find some silver. Okay. What's in this big canyon over here? What's anyone's thoughts? Are we gonna find gold in this canyon? Well, silver. Okay, I could go for iron, but I generally have never run out of iron playing Space Engineers, and I don't actively pursue iron ore all that often. I do sometimes, but let's be real, everyone does sometimes. Ooh, an ore boulder with gold. Okay, you know what? Just to say I did actually do some mining on this mining trip. I'm gonna mine this gold boulder. I don't need a ton of gold, but I mean, it's useful stuff to have if you want to build more jump drives or... Well, honestly, you do need some for reactors. See, it's not the best configuration, but I find I generally... Yeah, everyone's like, oh yeah, it's built around this. Yeah, I have never had an issue. So... Up we go, up we go. Over, oh no, oh no, okay. Up, over, up. No, 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 nudge, nudge, nudge. Nudge it, nudge it. Nudge it in position. Nudge it forward. Okay. Park it. And then question ourselves in why we do everything we do. So, I'm gonna go with this one. And I'm gonna scroll down to some cargo containers. Oh. Right. I'm gonna go back into the big ship now. That can probably lift all this. Okay, so something I'm gonna do for next stream is I'm gonna adjust the world settings a bit. Just make things not their current inventory scale, because I feel like that's the thing that makes parking a ship just drop it. Silver. I do need silver. At some point. I will even accept an ore boulder, even though there's really not enough. So, like, the ore boulders of gold are nice, but useless. They're nice because, like, hey, cool, a bit of gold. But honestly, the things you're going to use gold for are primarily going to be jump drives. And, okay, sure. A little bit of other stuff. But I'll give you the other thing I could probably use is uranium, but I'm pretty sure if I just quickly check my GPS, I know where some is on the moon. I even have a uranium and silver. Oh, dear Lord. So technically, if I really wanted to get it, I could. And I could probably use the uranium for it too. So, yeah. This is what full throttling up to orbit looks like. We're burning a single hydrogen torch, or fusion torch, or whatever you want to call it, up into orbit. We're leaving the whole base behind. So I guess I should probably head to the dockyard first, then. I didn't know when I was going back up to orbit, but I didn't think it'd be this soon. Okay. We're not doing this to fight the dampeners. We're doing this to not be going forward when we want to be going upward. Or downward when we want to be going forward. It's technically all relative to the ship, but like also relative to the planet. I'm also going to kill the atmosphere. They are a waste of power in space. Quite literally. I mean, we're still at an altitude where they're doing something, but they're not doing very much. We're gonna keep flying up into space. 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 Flying up into space. Now, the big thing we're looking for with this is when the altitude number goes away. That's officially when we've reached space. And technically, I could turn the gravity generator back on, but it's still not going to do anything because artificial gravity is immediately outweighed the second it encounters actual gravity. Okay, I could technically adjust to like there. And that's technically like the highest we could be going on a most direct angle. That is good timing. You also arrived in time to see us flying into orbit. Because that's a thing. Okay. Because I needed silver. And there's silver over there. And uranium, which, I mean, I'm not saying you should hoard uranium. I'm just saying I'm not equipped to deal with that thing. So we're gonna adjust our angle to the dockyard thing that I want to set up. Though, it's showing as neutral, which makes me feel the need to check the factions. Apparently, I killed enough spiders that pirates. I'm so gonna. I am at peace. I think I broke pirates. By killing a bunch of the wolf things. That's good to know. I wonder if I kill a bunch of pirates if I'll get a good faction reputation with the space spiders. I mean, we're technically right now abusing the physics of the game. keep us on course. To our destination. So. Basically, we're saying we are hitting the absolute limit of what you consider the speed limit in this game. So, because we can't go any faster, technically, we can't go a different direction. I say that. There's other shenanigans at play. But basically, we're accelerating in a given direction, so it can't drag us off course. Okay. Let me see. So, when we get there to the dockyard, I'm gonna need to figure out a couple of things. One, how the heck am I gonna dock up the two big ships I have? I have this, and then I have another thing. And I'm thinking I've got an idea, looking at the underside of this, of how I want this to dock on. Just need to figure out how I want the other ship to dock on. And I don't care about them having all connected interiors, because otherwise I'd fandangle some way to do that. I do have a plan on how I can do it. Yes, I do. Sorry if that made everyone dizzy. Going on dead set. It's not a Slurpee. It's just a bottle with a drink. Though Slurpee would be nice. But, nah. Okay. Am I getting a Space Pirate Mayday thing blinking up? Well. Yeah, it makes sense. We can turn that off for now. It's not like we're going mining with the big freighter. We have the miner for that. The miner, which is no longer going to struggle from power issues because I can do a couple of things when I get to the dockyard. One, I can probably attach some, well, I can probably actually have the silver to build the reactor components if I don't already have them in a cargo container somewhere. Burn the invisible camera drone. Spectator camera, because spectator camera is so nice for some cinematic shots. Here we go, cruising through the space. Okay. Oh no. Zoom. Yeah, the dockyard is going to be in a lunar orbit. So yeah, you're gonna actually get to see this thing in action pretty soon. It is not as impressive as it looks because, frankly, ion thrusters are not as powerful as I want them to be. Okay, I'm also gonna go to my GPS and I'm gonna turn off all of these. Honestly, I'm just gonna delete that one. I don't need it. Turning on the moon outpost, because who knows? Who knows? I do like to check them. We're cruising through space. I just realized I didn't set up the things I wanted to set up. What are they called? The daily need survival kit blocks on the freighter. And I don't know if I have space to set them up on the home. Well, the home, I say home. Just because I needed to name it, I named it home. Does this mean I need to expand it? Because if I need to expand it... Okay, I got a couple of options, a couple ideas, but I think I know which one I'm going to go with. Yes. Oh, I'm going to have to move so many thrusters. Oh, this is going to be a project. Okay. Oh, wait. I'm going to copy that design, I think. No, I'm not. Maybe I am. I don't know. What threw me off course? Oh. I see what did it. I am no longer in an atmosphere, so I can technically go and show you jump drives now. Totally a waste of jump drive, but I don't care. Where is it? There it is. So, if I go with Dockyard, select. I set anything inside of a natural gravity field, did I? Yeah. Oh, the dockyard's inside lunar gravity, isn't it? Okay. So I'm gonna just go with jump drive. Remove. Okay. Well, any oozles. I'm gonna put the daily need survival kit stuff in here so that it's all connected up. If I put it on the freighter, which again I haven't decided yet. I technically don't need a helmet right now. Cause we're inside a ship with pressure. That's always fun. Okay. I do like having that. Okay, cruising. We're cruising along. We're cruising along. I understand that these probably were only placed as like a bare min, and they're probably gonna break things if I unweld them, but unweld. Okay. Zoopy doopy doop. And back down. I might have to go check out that salvage station once I get things together, knowing that they aren't going to immediately start shooting at me. It's weird. It's definitely weird being friends with pirates. Because they won't shoot at me. And they're normally supposed to be the hostile faction that shoots at me. Well, everyone. Does that mean I'm going to turn pirate? Dude. I wonder if that's like a merchant economy station. If it's an economy station instead of just a like spawning station. Dude. Dude. Now I'm checking this out. No. No. Sidetracked enough already. It's probably not going anywhere. Just in case you're worried. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go check it out. With the spectator camera. Okay, I'm upside down relative to this thing. Lots of guns. Limited interior. But it's got a landing pad, so I could technically come and land on it. It's got a built-in airlock. It's got a bridge. You go down, you've got... Oh, there's the warhead. Nah. And an offline medical bay and everything else. I don't know. It does look like I could probably adopt it, and restore some level of balance. Okay. So let's drop the thruster down to like 5% because that's enough to keep us in. Like a minimum velocity. If you're wondering where the reverse thrusters are on this thing, by the way, they are in the engine nacelles. The hydrogen reverse thrusters are a bit hidden. But honestly, I quite like the design of the nacelles and how they conveniently, manage to have that little bit of hidden thrust. Plus, I can also turn the forward dampeners off by just doing that for a minute. Also, if anyone didn't know, you can totally turn your craft using the arrow keys instead of the mouse, which I find is sometimes better because, then it's full turning instead of just partial. And I'm sure some people have also figured out ways to do other shenanigans, like, other things. Do 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 do. Full throttle, full throttle. I throttle up, I throttle down, I throttle up, I throttle down, I throttle up, I throttle down for no reason. Yes, yes, yes. I'm aware of how silly it sounds. I'm aware that it's funny. The humor is not lost on me. At all. It's just one of those weird caveats that I'm like, okay, why is this a thing? How is this a thing? What is it for? And does it need to be a thing? And okay, I could technically turn it off. And also that. So I'm just coasting along. For now. And if I'm not careful enough in turning it back on, well, if you've played Space Engineers, you know. If you haven't, you don't. If you haven't, you know. Good. You haven't. Um, yeah, if I'm not careful, I'm gonna just yeet myself into the moon eventually, probably. Because knowing my luck, I'm either dead on the thing I'm aiming for, or I'm off by a little bit. Oh, I know. Believe me, the most relaxing thing I've noticed with Space Engineers. Like, not a lot of survival games manage to do very much to make basic activities like mining fun and interesting without making them far too challenging. Space Engineers, on the other hand, manages to make simple mining feel, you know, it's a couple of things it does. One, you have the challenge of first finding the ores. Once you find them, it's then you have to figure out what's the most optimal way to get them. You know, is it build a base to, like, is it build a, you know, big fixed drill to drill them out from wherever they are? Is it, you know, is it build a small grid little miner like I've got to tunnel in and get them, or maneuver, into the asteroid or cave that they're in to get them? Or is it easier just to build a big large grid mining ship that's just gonna drill through all of existence to extract the, like, okay, we're gonna pitch full thrust here. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is usually how I don't crash into things. And that's because I'm bad at anticipating how much distance my ships can travel. Or how quickly they can accrue significant amounts of thrust. Okay. Okay, no. I don't need automatic dampeners. I just need off the ship. Gonna depressurize it through the vent right there. It's not gonna be able to fully depressurize it because the O2 tanks are full. So, hello, big home ship that I made by converting the crashed ship. Do 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 do. Hello, bridge that has everything I need. Ta-da! The blueprint for the ship. I could actually set a different blueprint. Quite easily, actually. Blueprints. I could literally set my red frigate refit. The red frigate. Nah. Yeah, it's a nice thing. It's if I'm recalling correctly, yeah, this is my refit version with all the artillery guns in the thing. It's not a bad version of it. It's not great, mind you. It's not bad. What other things? Like I could technically display the blueprint for the hydrogen miner. New one. One that's currently just out there. Ooh, the prospector. That's a fun blueprint. Blueprints. The prospector ship. What else could I technically display? I mean, okay, sure, I have. I'm not gonna, because I didn't design this. Those are. So there you have it. The ship we're on right now. I mean, this projection is also showing the miner and prospector docked up. Because technically, when I grabbed the blueprint, they were docked up. Ta-da! The little prospector ship. It's small. It's nimble. It has way more thrust than it needs. Okay, what got shot? Okay, what the fuck happened? I literally left your thrusters off. Like, completely. What the hell happened here? Even the... What the heck happened here? Oh, well, I'm gonna just park this sort of here-ish, I guess. I don't know. There we go. 5. What the heck happened to you? You were fine, and then the next 1 minute you're fine, the next you're yeeting yourself into a cliff for no reason? Oh boy. Well, let's do a circle with the welder, see what needs fixing. Probably I just need steel plates by the looks of it. Fortunately, nothing that I can't replicate was damaged. Still, though, that's rough. Okay, miner. Miner. I no longer trust you on this thing. So I'm gonna just grab you and bring you over to your own little dock on the ship. I don't have a good reason for giving the miner big hydrogen thrusters on the back beyond that was just the thrusters I could give it. Honestly. Okay, there we go. That's secured-ish, sort of. It's not going anywhere. Hey. That's disturbing that it just happened like that. Okay. Right. I gotta take a quick bio break. Be back in in a few minutes. Boom. We're back. No, no, no. Yeah, let's just drop a save. Never hurts. So we're gonna start with grabbing a bunch of steel plate right now. Because even though it's a store freighter, and I generally am not always the biggest fan of the commerce or the economy system ships and space engineers, I actually do quite like this one. And I want to fix it. Light armor. Light armor. So, it's going to be a shift B to grab that and You poor thing. What the heck happened? It was fine. It was just sitting there fine. Not bothering anybody. I don't even see how Clang could have done it. It had its inertial dampeners on, its thrusters on. The only thing that I can see that maybe did it is the asteroid. But if that's the case, the asteroid would have taken out home too. Whatever. I'm gonna grab some girders. Cool. Okay. Window. Let's see. 1x2 slope. 1x2 slope is going to be the thing that does it. Maybe. Probably. So... window 1x2 face. Okay. Now that that's done, I go with 7. And I'm gonna just grab that. And that gets spin there. And that can go there and there. It took out one of the atmospheric. And Jesus Christ, it did a number on this thing. What even happened though? Like, I'm really confused as to what even happened to this thing. Because I have no idea what could have happened to it. Why it just randomly decided, I'm done living. went into a cliff. Also, if you're wondering what this is, it's a failed experiment, honestly. I had a rover that I got on the moon from the economy things. I'm like, I like this rover, I want to keep it. So I went through all the effort of putting landing gear on as a prospector and like carefully nudging, putting it exactly on the path and like parking it, locking it down. And then it went and basically like imploded itself. It was not great. Yeah, this ship has probably way too much conveyor access for some people, but I love it. I love every bit of having access to conveyors on the damned thing, except for on the top for some weird reason that I couldn't explain. I feel as though I should probably double check this, double check this. Okay, good. Okay. It's functional, it's sealed, the rest can be done later. For now. I do believe I had a plan to attach it to the top of this. Now, that requires a couple of things. One, I do need to cut into this. I don't like doing that. But I do acknowledge its necessity. So, where am I going to cut into it from? I'm not sure yet. Like, I'm honestly not sure yet. Because there's a couple of options. So I'm thinking, because I know there's a conveyor port on top of this. And so glass tunnel 1 over. I could just carve into there. And I'm not worried about losing. Oh. Right. I put the shield emitter there. Okay. Well, this is an interesting dilemma. And as for Roderick, basically I'm moving it. But I don't want the bar on this to get too low. Otherwise, it's gone. Like, permanently gone. And obviously I don't want that happening. Tunnel One over. So there should be under this block. Yep. Conveyor. Well, conveyor access really is what I was looking for. So, yeah, found that. Nice. And no, I don't want a conveyor junction. Conveyor junction can weld that up. Now, I'm debating because on the one hand, I can do some. Nope. Nope. Okay, it did sync up. Thank God for that. Well, because I could equally just easily tuck a shit shield emitter right in here. It's fairly easy to make it all protected and shit. I don't want to. I don't even necessarily know if I need to conveyor this whole thing up. I just want to. So now we go with the collectors. They're actually that. And I like to use my paint with my carbon fiber or my clean. Depends on the block. Sometimes I like some other things. Generally, no. I like battered arm's not bad. This is like what I like to build in. Okay, let's just grab the stuff for a connector. Hot minute real quick. And build it. Building up a connector, building up a connector. Right. But could I not grab them because my inventory was full or because other reasons? Yeah, my inventory was full. Connector. Huzzah. Don't worry. You'll be glued to the bigger ship soon enough. Okay. Now, I'm going to come. I'm going to flip. Now, I'm torn because I don't know if that's not going to be enough clearance. So I need to do at least that. Okay. 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 And weld you up, weld you up, weld you up. Okay, so things to keep in mind. This one, control panel. You're not used for parking anymore. You. Auto lock off. Yeah, pardon me. That was loud. Yeah. So now that I did that, the bridge is somewhat fixed, I guess. I don't know, man. That door's closed. I can or repressurize this, which should pressurize the bridge. If we're being fair. Right. So, I could technically, like, permanently or semi-permanently attach them like this. You know, if I don't completely destroy both ships first. Okay. So I could technically, like, merge them together there somehow. I could so easily do it too, though. Oh, it is so tempting. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Now let's think about this for a hot minute. If I do that, I'm probably gonna have to I mean, I'm gonna have to fucking do that anyway. So let's see if I have. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Okay. I got it. What the fuck just happened? It just randomly shifted forward. I am turning your damned thrusters off until I can debug your entire system, buddy. Okay. So, merge blocks are awesome. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They connect two grids together. Merge block 1. Done. And merge block 2. And a light armor cube. Oh no. Oh, boo-hoo. Nope. Welding it up, welding it up, welding it up. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna grind down these. I said we're gonna grind them down, but actually we're gonna make use of this one real quick hot minute to dump a bunch of crap into a cargo container. There's a cargo container that's not full yet. Mm-hmm. I don't think people always necessarily appreciate how much goes into single some of the larger one of some of the larger blocks out there. Okay. I think that covers just about everything except for this landing gear right here. That actually may have been the issue. Boom. I just merged it together. Okay. So now they're more permanently attached together. I can root through you and figure out what it is that's causing you to randomly just shift forward like that. Maybe. Or I can just not do that and say I did it and call it good. I'm just realizing I just carved up one of the only actual pressurizable area in this ship. Oops. Yeah, that's a problem. But I'm gonna work on that later because I also have now a new bunch of pressurizable areas. So, like I said, this one's going to be a daily need survival kit area. So, I'm going to need, for sure, a water recycler. I'm for sure going to want that. Okay. So with that, I can build a water recycling system. Why did I die? Did I take too long getting some of the DNSK stuff up? Or did I not realize I was almost out of water or something? No, I have all the DNSK. I don't know why I died. Okay. So I'm gonna set up a secondary water recycler. No, I'm not. I don't actually know what I'm gonna put there yet. Hi. Glad you're still here. Okay. Have a good night. So fruit protein resequencer is gonna take. I'm gonna probably wind up with a lot of synth food. Just because that's the easiest thing. Okay. Okay. So you are going to probably turn it into cooperative mode. There we go. So, the food resequencer is going to be the magic thing that lets us basically cook whatever we want it to cook. Now, I am further convinced Oh, is this going to be this? Okay, medical room 2 then. If it's going to be one of those kind of days. Disassemble all of those. Thank you. Because it's going to be one of those days. Gonna put the space credits away. Because until I get to an economy station, I'm not going to be able to make much use of them. Lights. So, I don't quite know where we're going from here. I just know I wanted to get... Well, that's trippy. Yeah. Just no dampeners for some reason. Okay. So, what else do I probably want to have set up as part of this? I probably want either that or... Well, what do you produce? So if I go with like the clone animal meat, which is all kinds of shenanigans. But if I go with the algae soy product, not so beef burger and fries, or not so bacon and scrambled eggs. Space meal bar. Plant nutrient solution. Cool. How do I get that though? I'm gonna guess with hydroponics. Okay. So it's gonna depressurize the room. And not give us the conveyor access we need. So... Oh. That might depressurize the room temporarily. But then I can weld that back up. And then the room can repressurize. And yeah, you take water and gravel. And you're gonna give me the... I can just put that in there. Can you take organic? No. So, can you take organic? No. Can you take organic? Yes! You... Okay, what do you use as synth food? God damn it. Okay. So the soil trait crop grower is pretty much going to be the only thing that might be able to put somewhere that'll actually use organic. So we're going to just grab a quick conveyor. I mean, I could do a pipe junction, but honestly, I feel like just a regular conveyor junction will do the trick. And then I can go with putting it right there. Which then give me not only conveyor access, but also production. You can turn all that into fertilizer. Then from there, I just need to get, well, any number of different things. Okay. I also solved my pressurization problem at the same time. I am very much probably of some sort, of some caliber and renown. I just gotta remember to not leave this door open until I get this whole debacle fixed. Okay. So I can grind down this chunk. And that won't fuck up the whole bridge plan that I don't have, but I'm working on. I'm working on it, okay? So I can shave that off. That'll give me space to do the things that I'm out of that. Okay. And this is why we're doing this, by the way, is so that I'll not have to go all the way around. Basically, I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of integrating them. That is the wrong door. There we go. Food resequencer. Take that. I know you can go an animal meat steak if I plunk the animal meat into the thing somewhere. Production, make me an animal meat steak. Or 2. Actually, make it 3. I know you need the animal meat. The animal meat's right here. Why do you have so much damn water? Okay. Locker, 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 locker. Okay. This is the locker. If this is full of water, don't make any more damn water. $200 is the max I want in my inventory. Any more damned water is just gonna get in the way. So you, I'm not gonna show on that. Or that. You are gonna turn off for now. Because you're filling up the whole damn system with water. Meanwhile, this thing's over here doing just a bang up job of whatever it's doing. And you. What even do you need? You probably also. I'm running into an issue of too much damned water. Don't you probably also need some organic? No. Cool. So. That could technically be. Yeah, until I find seeds, it's not going to be the most useful thing in the world. Okay. I mean, we're grinding down both these doors eventually anyway. But here's the basic gist of what I'm doing. I don't like these doors. Don't get me wrong. If I'm limited to only vanilla, they're great doors. But I know of a better door, yes I do. I know of such a better door that it's not even funny, yes I do. So much better as a door, it's not even funny how much better it is. That's how much better of a door it is. Literally the best door ever. Like, because yes, it's mod. Yes, it's a modded door. And yes, I know not everyone likes the whole shenanigans imposed with modded doors sometimes. Frankly, I don't care. You can call it an easy mode airlock if you want. It literally is that. But you know what? It takes the thinking out of all the shenanigans around airlocks. And believe me, airlocks has so much shenanigans. Cool. Fun. What was I looking for? Right. Catwalks. Where's a catwalk? There's a catwalk. Yeah. I'm fine with just a regular plain old steel catwalk. For God's sakes, it's going here. It's never moving. It doesn't need to be some fancy, schmancy sidewall thing. Shut up. It doesn't even look all that different. Okay. Anyway, the reason why I have all these girders. Okay. Okay. What are we going to do? We're going to go with the windows, which have, if I recall, somewhere in here. Yeah, window blocks. An entire thing. Okay. So. One by two. Grab a 2 by 3 for it. Okay. 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 So I'm thinking. Let's see. If I do. Oh boy. Okay. Just, just, just for sake of argument, let's grab a light armor block, and you can take. Can I grab some of that? Of course not. You take that. I'll take that. So for just quick sake of argument here, let's just see how well. Why can I place it there, but not there? Hmm. I'll figure that out later. But, okay. That's just some steel plate. Okay. So I'm actually going to chop these off. No. No. So, okay, I need to make some kind of a goddamn grinding ship. I don't yet know how I'm gonna do that, but I need to. No, I don't know how I'm gonna do it because I don't have the thruster components to do it. Okay. What are we gonna do?
Meteor storm inbound.
App. Landing gear. Prospector. Say. So you don't need to there. Or there. Okay. Groups. Landing gear. So it's literally a temporary connector on it. Okay, hang on. No, I'm about to come down here and pull them out of the refinery, actually. Yep. The ridiculous amount of shit I just happen to have inside this thing because the ridiculousness of this particular start that it came from. So. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, Groups. Okay. All blocks. So, let's see. Okay. Ooh. Well, that's a tough one. Large hydrogen. I got CM's Criminal Minds. Who's my favorite one there? Ooh. Tuffy. I mean, you've got the core team. You've got Gideon, who's really experienced, but maybe not always, open to new ideas. He's experienced, but also heavily biased. Um, let's see. You've got Aaron Hotchner, who's technically the one in charge of the whole team, but also, Gideon has a tendency to take that one over. You've got, but also Hotch has to sort of disappear halfway through because, well, frankly, I get that it's partially the actor, but I just find the reasoning bad. Personally. Rossi, hey? I mean, Rossi. Wait, hang on. Which one's Rossi? Okay. I'm gonna maybe have a bit of a controversial opinion here, but I'm gonna have to say, honestly, probably Reed. Um, what did I almost just leave behind? What is this? It looks important. But it's literally nothing. Oh boy. Now I feel the need to check and see, where do I see that texture? It's not there. It could maybe. Yeah, I don't know. All I know is this ship is gonna be very, very, very missing bits for a while. And we're gonna just. Eh. Brassy. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So the couple big things that I do want to do still, though, at some point is also I need to arm this thing with a bit heftier armament than it currently possesses. Because 2 Gatling guns are not going to cut it long term. Oh, my bridge is going to be gloriously huge. These refits are done, it's going to be so massive. I mean, I say bridge. I mean the big windowed section in the front of the ship. Anyway, right, the things I wanted to do. G, where's the jump drive? Jump drive, jump drive, jump drive. Jump drive. Big red button time. Increase and decrease. Yes. Okay. That one. Yeah. Cool. The jump drive. Right, yeah. The view from that particular cockpit is not particularly great, but we're a lot closer now. Or, we're like right on top of it. It's time to go take out the miner. And I'm aware it's a massive ship. I'm not really going to make it any bigger. I'm just sort of going to mesh it. You know, sculpt in here a bit and shape this so that it's more. Honestly, I might have to move or expand that. Okay. Power on the miner. Okay, there's uranium. The ever-present quest for uranium. I mean, sure, I could provide all of my power from solar panels, planetary wind turbines, and be shipping batteries back and forth. And I technically, through a little bit of fandangling with mods, have an infinite supply of ice on planetary bases. So I could technically set up like a mass refueling station on the planet that just charges big banks of batteries and fills hydrogen tanks that are like sent to orbit or what have you. But honestly, that's excessive. And also that turns uranium into an even more precious resource, arguably, because then you have a very limited supply because you're not going to actively mining it. Which means then the odd time you come across a bit of uranium, it becomes this incredibly valuable resource that you want to hold on to. And the few time, like the one ship that maybe uses uranium is like something that does. Yeah, whatever. Just gonna mine out this patch of uranium, see where we go from there. It's a fairly sizable chunk. Oh, to have a hydrogen miner with a full tank of hydrogen. And the cargo container that doesn't instantly fill up the second it touches more. I mean, it has to do with the density of uranium, I guess. I don't know. Either way, I need platinum to fix that one big thruster on the bottom, or I could scrap it. And only have the hydrogen thrusters as downwards thrust. That's a toughie. Okay. So that's a bunch of uranium mined out, I think. Well, let's see. Yeah, it's a fair amount of uranium. Okay. Big ship. And yes, you're right, it is a massive ship, now that I'm looking at it. Best part is depending. I actually have a couple of different ideas on how I could make it even bigger. I don't need to make it bigger. I just could. Okay. Hook it up, turn it off. Turn it on the auxiliary power. Not because I need it, just so that it does something, maybe. Okay. I don't know why I need all of this. Oh, right. Okay. So components is going to be yeah. Um, a plot hole in what? How? Where? What plot hole did you find in Criminal Minds? And I'm telling you now, it better be a good one. Okay. So with that, I actually could probably just grab like 10 uranium, throw it in the miner. Throw that in and see where it goes. So that would be why I probably want to have them on, is because if they're on, they'll conveyor up, right? Okay. So that actually makes fairly, here's a bit of logical sense. Now I do actually remember who Rossi is, from why I was confused. Um, ah. Then here's a couple of possible ideas then. Well, theories on that. One, it could be that Gideon, who, keep in mind, Gideon never retired. He stayed with the BAU. So Gideon and Rossi could have had basically this wish list of like, if we ever get enough funding to actually have a jet, we want this, and this feature on it, and came up with basically like a wish list and a blueprint kind of thing. And Gideon made sure a lot of that was put in when he was on the thing, which is why even though Rossi doesn't know they have a jet until, you know, Hotch is like, yeah, we have a jet now. He still knows all the features of the jet because he helped technically design the jet. Maybe. Okay. Yeah. Like I said, perhaps him and Gideon drew up like down to like basically picking out the type of jet and where they'd put all the different things in it, and Gideon was responsible for some of that stuff being put in, even really without anyone knowing, and he just didn't tell Rossi about it. Or, yeah, probably.
Inventory.
I mean, I can tell you probably where it came from. It came from they wanted to emphasize that Gideon's been out of the game for a while, and he's just now getting back into it with information that is sorely out of date in terms of what gear and equipment the team has access to. But yeah, I don't know. Criminal Minds, despite its plot holes and its issues, is a great show. I highly suggest that anyone who's looking for a new show to watch, give it a try. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know, I think what it is somewhere in there, someone determined that, like, after Rossi's gone, someone determined actually it makes sense for us to have the BAU. Like, I think probably a case locally made them be like, oh, actually, having this team locally is, you know, locally on site for these cases actually turns out to be quite useful. So even if they are, technically facing a whole bunch of serious budget cuts, they're still going to make an effort to maintain the jet because the team has proven that actually us having this benefits you guys. Okay. But then again, that is just my opinion. If you disagree, feel free to watch the show and make your own opinions. We'll see. Technically, then, yeah. Technically, do like kind of weird cross in front of this can alluded to thing. Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah. So that's how Rossi knows all the features of the jet, despite not knowing they have a jet. This is gonna be a crazy thing to get all brought up, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, it's gonna result in a whole big side payment thing with it, but I think it'll look good. Maybe. No, I'm gonna revise some of this design actually. Okay, neon tubes have one specific thing in them. That's tiny. That actually might be the one. Cool. So I have a reason to grab like 20 of those. So well, maybe they brought it to them and they were like, we don't have the funding to have a jet. But then later, and he's like, okay, whatever. And then later on, they got the funding for a jet. But just no one thought to tell Rossi because they're like, oh, he's retired. He'll just be all butthurt about the fact that we didn't tell him we got a jet. Or like, I don't know. It's always fun for me to turn plot holes into like, actually, they were really well ahead of their time in writing quality. But that's just me. Yeah. Anyway, the plan I'm going with is basically I'm going to brick out how I want the inside of the bridge laid out, and then I'm going to build the covering around that. Ooh, that would be a good place for an exterior door, actually. Plus now I have so many more options for where I can put big guns on this. So it's going to come down. Okay. Mhm. Okay. Okay, I don't need to put these here anymore because now we're at where I can. I'll just bolt to the side of the bulkhead. Okay, so I actually like that. So if you're coming in, you come into the bridge. The realistically never actually utilized weapon rack. Come into the bridge, you come up. So, and I'm gonna revise some of this, don't worry. But it's basically, you come up, around, up, but up, but up, but up. Got the main, like, CIC down there. Come up, and you've got, you know, nice observation deck. It's gonna have a nice view out. Come up again, you've got, not only is this going to be access to the outer hull, but also you can further travel up to the helm. Except traveling up to the helm is kind of useless when the helm's actually, you know, this thing down here, but that's besides the point. Okay, let's turn on the hydrogen nacelles. Let's check out this Mayday. Okay, that's valid. They were completely unwelded. I should probably not be flying this round with that. Station. Okay. And gotta keep thrusting. Gonna keep thrusting. Pitch up so we can put the big brakes on. Did I lose a large hydrogen thruster somewhere? Okay, what the fuck is happening? You know, yes, that's what I said. I said I lost a hydrogen thruster somewhere. And now, what am I closing in on here? Okay, let's just go down. Kick on the inertial dampeners. Kick it. Oh boy. So, time to go up and see what all the fuss is about. Oh dear lord, something took out all that. Okay then. What have we stumbled across? Clearly some kind of pirate bit, some kind of asteroid base. Okay. Okay. this is certainly an interesting level. Well. Yeah. Milton Brooks. 14 years, 36 days ago. Memory is failing, and these bones only support me due to the lack of gravity. And now finally the radiation has caught up with me as well. I do not intend to fight it. I am done. I've seen what it does to one's body and mind. My place is among the stars. So by the looks of it, and sounds of it, somebody built this place. Inside of an asteroid. As some sort of a... I don't know, he's stranded and looking for a way to survive, I guess. Then he gave up. Fuck. I don't know. Real big toughie. Definitely would freak me out normally, but I mean... That's just weird, man. So, turns out there's all kinds of different encounters. Game. I did not know that was one of the encounters. There's a sound. Ah. That parks that there. I really don't know if I want to try and loot this place or not. Part of me kind of just wants to leave it undisturbed. Well, part of me is like, but we could use the resources to build this whole crazy contraption that I've come up with. Anyway, I think I'm gonna call her there for tonight. Just because I'm starting to feel a bit tired and, well, I'm not quite sure. quite sure what's happening. But I will leave you guys with. Let's see. There we go. That's what I'll do. I will drop a raid in wasted space. Just see what happens. And go. All right. Let's go.